Alright, this is an example of a Boyle's law calculation. The problem I'm going to work with you today is on slide 35 of our chapter 11 PowerPoint. So the question reads, when Louisa has her asthma attack, she's given oxygen through a face mask. The gauge on the 12-liter tank of compressed oxygen read 3,800 millimeters of mercury. How many liters would the same gas occupy at a final pressure of 570 millimeters of mercury if temperature and amount of gas do not change? So we're going to be using Boyle's law, which has the form of P1 times V1 equals P2 times V2. P stands for pressure and V is for volume. And either one of these can be in any unit that we desire. So if we look at the problem, if you go to your PowerPoint, open that up and look at slide 35, we got to figure out what our P1, V1 are and our P2 and V2. So we're going to have three variables that were given and we're solving for our last one. So in the first part of the question, it says the gauge on the 12-liter tank of compressed oxygen read 3,800 millimeters of mercury. So that 12 liters happens to be our V1 because remember units of volume are in liters. Our P1 is that 3,800 millimeters of mercury. Millimeters of mercury is a unit for pressure. And then if we go to the second part of the problem, they're asking us how many liters would the same gas occupy at a final pressure of 570 millimeters of mercury. So we're only given one value in the second part, and that happens to be our P2, which would be 750 millimeters of mercury. That leaves us with looking for our last variable, V2. That's what we're solving for in this problem. So then it becomes just plugging in our values to the equation. So P1 would be 3,800 millimeters mercury. V1 is 12 liters, and we set that equal to our 570 millimeters mercury multiplied by our V2, which we don't know at this point. So then we can divide both sides by our pressure, our P2, and those units are going to cancel. We'll be left in units of liters, and we get that our V2, plug that into my calculator, is equal to 80 liters. So that is your final answer for this question. Pretty straightforward calculation. Thanks for watching.